Hi, welcome back to my channel. So this is the part two to the protective factor videos, and just as a recap in case if you didn't watch the first video or didn't see the first video, protective factors are things that we put in our life that help us be more resilient. So if we're going through a really difficult time, if we have these different things set up in our life, then we're more likely to be able to bounce back quicker and probably not have such a severe reaction. Although everybody's human, and depending on the circumstance, you might still have a reaction. So in the first video, we went over the first three categories. In this second video, we're going to go over the last three categories. What I want you to do is you're going to rate yourself as I'm going through these categories. So you're going to rate either weak, moderate, somewhere in the middle, or strong when we talk about each topic. And that's going to tell you what protective factors you do have in place and which ones you don't. And it'll give you an idea of which ones that you can work on and build so that when you go through difficult things in life, you're maybe more prepared to bounce back or be able to manage it and handle it well. So the first category for this video, but it's actually the fourth category overall in protective factors, is our sense of purpose. Sense of purpose means like you have an idea about why you're here. You feel like there's a purpose for you on earth, even if it's not this like grand scheme that you thought of. So you either feel like your job gives you a sense of purpose, like you do meaningful work, or it could be other roles that you're in, things that you're involved in, like your community, church community. Sense of purpose can also come from family roles, like if you're a parent, it doesn't have to be a parent role. It could be, maybe you're the oldest sibling and you help take care of things or whatever the case may be. What I want you to do now is rate yourself. Are you weak in this category, moderate, or strong in this category? How much do you feel like you know your sense of purpose, or how much do you feel like you have a sense of purpose? Because when it comes to like going through difficult things in life or depression, if you don't know your sense of purpose, sometimes it might feel like, yeah, I don't know why I'm here. I don't know why I deal with these things. I don't know why these things happen to me. Like, there are so many different reactions that you can have or feelings that you could have if you don't know why you're here. So having a sense of purpose is very grounding and really helps you bounce back, because even when things get difficult, you'll be like, yeah, this is difficult, but I still got to keep moving because I'm a parent, or I'm somebody's mentor and I want to be a good role model, or I really love my job and the work that I'm doing and how I'm helping the community or the world. Or okay, the next one is self-esteem. And this is a really big one. It kind of is similar to the things I said about your purpose, but just different categories. So self-esteem, if you don't feel you are of value, it's very hard to bounce back from difficult situations, because it's almost like, what's the point? Like, I'm not worth anything. And so we have to find our own self-value, being okay with personal flaws. Like, nobody is perfect. And so if you look at yourself like you have to be perfect in order to mean something, or you have to do everything right in order to be something to somebody, you're setting yourself up for a loss, because nobody is perfect. And it's really important when it comes to our self-esteem to be able to accept, like, everyone has flaws. And just because I have a flaw doesn't mean that I'm any less worthy or important, or I don't matter less because I do something wrong. The belief that you can overcome challenges. So what I mean by that is sometimes when things are really difficult in life, we might feel like, yeah, this sucks, but I know I'm strong enough to get through this. And I might struggle along the way, and I might cry, and I might do all of these things, and I'm going to be hurt. But just because I'm hurt doesn't mean that I'm down forever. I'm going to pick myself back up. Knowing that you can take care of the situation and knowing that you have the ability to handle things is so helpful when it comes to resilience. So again, you're going to rate yourself in this. Like, would you say that your self-esteem is on the low end? Would you say it's somewhere in the middle? Or would you say that it's somewhere high? The last category in our protective factors is healthy thinking. This is about that positive thinking. Now, look, nobody is perfect. So I know that nobody thinks positive thoughts 100% of the time. We're all human. We have negative thoughts. We have reactions. We have, different things about us. But we're talking about, the majority of the time there's healthy thinking. So what does that mean, healthy thinking? The first thing is, you don't ruminate on your mistakes. You make a mistake, you're human, and you move on. It goes back to kind of that self-esteem where it's like, nobody's perfect. We all have flaws, but as long as we continue to work on them, like, we're okay, right? So you're not going to beat yourself up and ruminate and just keep replaying bad situations and, tear yourself up over it. The ability to consider your strengths and weaknesses rationally. You know, you're not somebody who just looks at the weaknesses as this huge thing and kind of like brushes over your strengths. You're somebody who can say like, I have my weaknesses, I have my strengths, they're balanced. Sometimes I have good days, sometimes I have bad days, sometimes I'm better at this and I'm worse at that, but it's okay and I could see them rationally. I would also just say like negative self-talk. That's really what this is about. Like, are you somebody who is consistently negative, pessimistic, put yourself down a lot, or are you somebody who can be optimistic and pull yourself through and again say, yeah, this is a difficult time, but like I'm going to learn from him and I'm going to keep it moving. So that's it for the second part of this. And again, in that last category, you're going to rate yourself weak, moderate, or strong in how you handle those situations. Are you somebody who's usually talking negatively about yourself, putting yourself down, or are you somebody who maybe is somewhere in the middle, or are you really good at this? And what you do is you look back at all the categories that we went over in video 1 and video 2, and it lets you know like whatever ones that you rank strong in, just continue to do what you're doing and let those be your main protective factors. And whatever ones that you were weak at, we want to focus on those. So if you're doing really well in like healthy thinking, physical health, and sense of purpose, okay, that's great, right? But if you see that you're weak in self-esteem and social supports, then we know those are things that we need to grow on. And everybody is going to have areas they need to grow on. Like, I'm not just strong in every single one of these. And it's important to know which ones we're good at and which ones we're not good at so that we can continue to grow in those and focus in on the things that we need help on. We want to have a balance. So work on what you can. And what I'm actually thinking is making this a series where I break down each box or each category and talk about how you could make it better. Because somebody might say like, okay, I'm weak in social supports, but like I don't know what to do about it. And so I think I'm going to make a playlist so that you can go and look at the specific one and maybe get some ideas about what you can do in that category to make it on the stronger side. So let me work on that. And I appreciate your time. I appreciate you being here. And please, please comment below if you have any suggestions for people. Again, like I always say, I really want to make this a community where we can learn from each other. So please help other people out and comment below about how you've made changes or what you're working on. Okay, thank you. Okay, let's see. Oh, yeah, I don't know about this. As you can see, I'm in a different location. I'm still in the backyard, growing grass and stuff. Just kind of ignore all that. But I thought this might be a good area and hopefully it works out. Now it's a helicopter. It's not even a plane. All right. And okay, literally a mosquito. I can't. In your life, you identify with that role. And now we have dogs. I can't. I'm done. I don't know how I feel about this. I do mentor people. Now there's sirens. Like, this is crazy. Today we're really going in on the airplanes and the mosquitoes and the sirens. And this might not be a good filming day for me, but we're going to push through. Also, help the people that need those sirens. Okay. I should put bug spray on. Oh, I don't want to get up and have to reset. Okay, whatever. We're just going to get bit and it is what it is.